I set a goal this year to make over 80,000 euros without having a 9 to 5 job. Actually, the main estimation is 100,000 euros, of which 15 to 20,000 euros of that is coming from selling digital products. In this video, I'm going to be telling you my plans on how I intend to make 15 to 20,000 euros from selling only digital products. I am also going to be sharing my strategies on how to achieve that. Hi, my name is Princess. I am a wife, a mother, a digital entrepreneur, and a strategy consultant. Even though I am able to earn from selling digital products, I, however, have a goal that I intend to achieve, and I will be sharing with you how I intend to achieve this goal. But before I do that, let me give you a background story. About 10 years ago, I relocated to the Netherlands for love. And even though before my relocation, I already had a thriving career in corporate Nigeria. However, after my relocation and making several attempts to penetrate the corporate environment here, I came to the conclusion that a 9 to 5 was not going to work with the dynamics of our household, especially with the young age of our kids. After having our babies, I knew it was time to reset, not because I am not capable of going back to the corporate space, but because at the time, what is best for the dynamics of our household is that I work fully from home. And in order for me to have full control of my timing and scheduling, I got into the digital business space and I haven't gone back since then. So, what exactly is digital product? Digital product is any product that you can deliver digitally. What that means is with digital products, you will not be thinking about shipping a physical item. Every product will either be delivered through an email or a link. With digital products, you do not have to think of handling shipping or handling any physical product because everything will be done digitally and online. And one fun thing about digital products is once you are able to create your digital products, you literally will make money anytime, any day, even while you are at sleep. I mean, that is literally the dream, right? However, the most important thing is knowing exactly what you want to create, how to create your digital product, and how to sell them. Now, I am going to be sharing with you steps on how to make and sell your digital products. The first step is figuring out what digital product you want to sell. And how do you know what digital product to sell? Or how do you know what product to sell? How do you figure what product to sell? You start from within, start from your environment. What are you attracted to? What solution are you trying to provide? What need is available in your environment? This is how I figured out what product to sell. I always like to scribble on things. When I have an idea or when I have things to do, I find myself grabbing papers randomly and scribbling my things, especially what I have in mind, my to-do list, even my meals. I just get a random piece of paper and start writing my to-do list for the day, or an idea comes and I just scribble it down. And then I said to myself, why don't I create a checklist where I can have all these things nicely written down? And that was when I started my investigation. The first thing I did was went online to marketplaces where there are lots and lots of templates for a checklist. However, most of the checklists that I saw, I desired for some adjustments to be made. So for example, when you pick up a product, would you rather that is in a particular way? When you pick up a book, a journal, a planner, would you rather that there is a specific section? That is exactly how you know what to make and sell. So for me, I saw a checklist that was close to what I wanted. However, I wanted a specific section and a specific style, and I went ahead to create. And that is how I started making and selling to-do checklist templates. Another thing for me is that I am drawn to affirmations. I love reading affirmations and encouraging Bible verses. So what I did was, why not create one for myself? So I created affirmation templates where you have different positive affirmations and also affirmations with Bible verses. And these templates are printable. So you can print this affirmation and cut them to size and use them the way you want to. And these things are sold digitally. So that is what I started to do. So for you, it could be a journal. How do you like your journal? Would you rather it's more minimalistic? Would you like a coloring book to be in a specific kind of way or tone or design? That is how you start figuring out what to create. And then you start creating. Don't just let the idea slip on you. Start creating, start designing. So this is how you know what to make and what to sell. What are you attracted to? What do you like to do? What are you drawn to? What grabs your attention? This is how you begin to create and sell your digital products. The next step is to figure out where you want to sell your product. So, of course, after you have finished figuring out what to create, the next step is, where do you intend to sell it? What are the places? What are my options? How do I turn these ideas into business? Now, there are different ways you can sell your digital product, right? You can sell your digital product on your own website. There are lots of easy ways to build your website. So you can decide to sell your product on your website. Another thing you can do is to sell it on a third party marketplace. And what I mean by third party marketplace, examples of third party marketplaces are Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, Pinterest. These are where you can sell your products on. So you might want to decide what works for me, a third party marketplace or building your own website. Now, these are the differences between selling your product on your own personal website or using a third party marketplace. For selling your product on your personal website, you would need to draw traffic to yourself. However, you are in full control of, the dynamics or the styling and the tool. You're in charge of the whole environment of your website. On your website, you can decide to offer different services like a consultation service in addition to selling your product. You might want to even go as far as even, making it physical product, whatever you want to do, but you have total control of your website. You are in control of introducing different features on the website that aligns with your plan and your vision. However, for third-party marketplaces, they already have a structured website that all you need to do is upload your product. So take for instance, Etsy. At the time I am making this video, you're not able to book a one-on-one section on Etsy. Etsy is basically a marketplace where you get to upload your product and sell your product. With Etsy, because it is an already established marketplace, you have a higher chance of driving traffic to your shop. But with your personal website, you would have to drive the traffic to your shop yourself. The advantage with your personal website is that once you've set up your website, you don't have to pay charges anytime you upload your product. But with these third-party marketplaces, anytime you upload your product, or depends on how the arrangement is, you might have to pay a fee. For example, with Etsy, for every product you upload, they take a percentage, right? So these are things you have to put into consideration when deciding where and how you want to sell your products. My advice to you is, as a beginner, maybe start first by uploading your products on these third-party marketplaces. And then while you're understanding the markets, the designs, and you're growing, you can then start building your personal website. So, and maybe with time, introduce customers and clients to your personal website. My point is, anything to make you start immediately, just start creating, just start selling. So now you have decided on what product you want to design and sell. You have also decided on where you want to sell your products. It is now time to create your product. Now, how do you create your products? Depends on what you want to create. There are lots of free tools out there that can help you make that product that you have in mind. And you don't have to be some sort of tech guru to be able to bring your ideas into actualization. There are lots of platforms out there that are created to help you design very easily. There are platforms out there that can enable you to design your product with zero designing knowledge. So you don't have to be some serious design guru or some UX UI guru to be able to use this platform. The platform I currently use is Canva. And guys, Canva is literally free. All you need is creating an account and you can access most of the tools on Canva for free. And on Canva, you can start creating whatever it is you want to create because there are already templates. With these templates, you're not expected to take these templates and upload it as your work. No. What you're expected to do is use those templates as a guide to restructure and redesign what you have in mind. So you have Canva. Start with Canva, guys. And with Canva, you can explore other options like Printify. You have Google Docs for creating documents. You have Google Sheets for creating Google Sheets because these are all digital products that you can sell. Another thing that you can actually do is if you feel like you do not want to do the designs yourself, you can actually hire people to help you design. So, with your idea and your vision, you can hire somebody on Upwork, Fiverr, or other platforms where you share your design and your idea with them, and they get to design exactly what you want and you sell them. So, these are options on how to create your designs. Now that you have created your design, the next step is to publish that design. Guys, if you do not publish the design, it just remains dormant. And what's a design if it is not published? How would you know if that design and that idea that you have is actually serving purpose? So please publish that design. By now, you should have decided whether you want to publish your design on your website or a third party marketplace. Whatever your decision is, it is time to publish your design. Remember, your design must not be perfect. Do not wait for a perfect design. Publish your design and wait for feedback. With feedbacks, you get better. With feedbacks, you know if your vision is being actualized. You know if your product is actually serving a need. With feedbacks, you know if your product is actually providing a solution. So please publish your design and ask for feedback. It might not occur to people to give feedback. It is important that you ask for feedback. So there are different ways to ask for feedback. You can attach a thank you note on your digital product and ask for a feedback, or you can send an email, say 1 week later, just to know if your product is providing solution. It is important to ask for feedback and please have an open mind. So whatever feedback you get, make sure you work on it. With feedbacks, you can either see a reason to adjust your design or create a new design. You never know. So always look out for feedbacks. Now, after publishing, the most important thing is to market your products. There are different ways to market your products. You can use social media, you can use YouTube, you can use TikTok, you can use Instagram, you can create videos or information where you are using your product or telling the importance of using your product. You can even collaborate with other people. So, for example, if you're creating a payment tracker, you can collaborate with an accountant in a company to use your product, and with time, you can arrive at a business agreement. Or if it's a fitness tracker or fitness planner, you can collaborate with fitness company to include your product in their PR packages. My point is look out for ways that you can introduce your product to people that would actually use them and collaborate with them. In addition to that, you can also use Pinterest. Pinterest is another way to drive traffic to your digital shop. So please take good advantage of Pinterest. Ensure you market your product. Ensure you try to feature your product as much as you can. For example, we recently had a family vacation and I created a digital travel packing checklist. And I also mentioned that when I was talking about our travel experience, and I spoke about the travel packing checklist when I was making a travel vlog video. This is because that product will be very useful to the audience that I am communicating with. So always find a way to introduce your product, but make sure you do that decently. Always find a way to introduce your product or market your products. Importantly, when publishing your product, remember to always use keywords. Keywords will make your product optimizable in the search engine. So what this means is when people come online to search for products, say planner, because when describing your planner or your digital product, you would have stated this is a planner, a fitness planner, or fitness tracker planner, meal planner. You have defined what the product is and described it using the right word. When people come online to search for planners, your product will be there. When people search for meal planners, your product will be there. This is because you have optimized the search engine, and so your product is hitting the SEOs. So always remember to use keywords when publishing your products. Now that you have published your product and you are actively marketing your products, let me give you a tip. Ask your friends and your family to buy your products, not because you want the money, but because you want a direct user experience feedback. So when I launched my checklist, I reached out to my friends, my friend in Ireland and my friend in Germany. I asked them to please buy my product and I asked for feedback. I told them to tell me what it was like downloading the product and if they were able to use it and what they think about it. This is the best way to get, direct feedback. As a matter of fact, if it's somebody that you can see directly, You might want to get the person to buy your product and then get on the user experience side to understand how this product works, to understand how it's being downloaded, if it's really meeting the need you want it to meet or solving the problem you want it to solve. So get your friends and your loved ones, get your friends, your colleagues to buy your product, not just because you want the money, but because you want to see the user experience part of it and get as much feedback as possible. So feedback is very important. Please go big on receiving feedback because it will help your business grow. Finally, the best way to finalize this video is to share with you some digital product ideas that you might want to explore. So these are some digital product ideas that can help you earn passive income. We have, even though planners seems to be a very broad category, you can be able to make specific planners like fitness planners, meal planners, progress planners, behavioral planners. You can make specific planners. You can make your planners very specific with specific purpose, specific design, and specific ideas. So planners, affirmations are also digital product that does so well because most people, if not everyone, loves affirmation. So you can sell digital affirmations. It can be printable such that they can cut it to preferred sizes, or it can be used digitally. And guess what? For affirmations, you can also make your affirmation specific. So it could be affirmations for students, affirmations for pregnancy, affirmations for business person, affirmations for mothers. It can also be religious affirmations, affirmations with Bible verses. I love that one so much. So yes, affirmations. Daily trackers. Daily trackers is another selling digital product. Journaling. There are different types of journaling out there. You can decide to make minimalistic journaling. There are pregnancy journaling, chemo journaling. So these journals cater to, chemo patients while they are receiving their chemo treatment. Pregnancy journal. During, every phases of pregnancy, most pregnant women would love to journal. I remember that I also tried journaling during pregnancy. So that would also be a good journal. Coloring book. Coloring book is another beautiful one. There are different ways to go about the coloring book part. You can either create a template and then whoever buys it works with your template and then develops and sell. Or you can even create a coloring book, upload it on Printify, and Printify handles the printing and delivery. So coloring book is another thing you want to explore. YouTube checklist. I also made a YouTube checklist. I made it as minimalistic as possible. This is to cater to people that wants to start YouTube but do not know where exactly to start. So I made a YouTube checklist where I listed the basic steps you will need to take to start a YouTube channel, and it is very useful. So you can also do that. Social media templates is another digital product that is really doing so well. You might have come across beautiful TikTok carousels or Instagram reel carousels. That can also be created on Canva and sold. Social media templates are doing so great. And guess what? You can also sell templates for YouTube intro and outro, guys. Very easy to make on Canva, and you can also sell that as a template. Another digital product that you can make and sell is payment tracker, fueling tracker. Do you know that you can make a tracker that can help people track their fuel consumption? These are things that you can make digitally and you can sell digitally. So guys, with these few ideas of mine, please don't sleep on this. Start creating. Do not sleep on these ideas. You have the tools in your hand. Start creating, put it out there. And with time, you will start enjoying your passive income. I hope that you find this video very helpful. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. And by the way, what digital product are you interested in? What digital product are you thinking of selling? I would love to hear about that in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Yours truly, Princess.